So if you didn't catch my first video, I'm going to go ahead and link it up here at the top of the video so that you know where we're at along this series. Well, I want to give you just a kind of a quick review in case you're really just playing catch up. One of the things we've talked about for YouTube tips for beginners is knowing what you want to do, knowing how you want to do it, all the way to taking what you have in your hand and using that right now to make your first YouTube video. You don't need the big fancy cameras, the big fancy lighting or audio equipment to be successful on YouTube. Really, you just have to start messy and press play. But before you do that, now I'm going to share with you the second video with tips in our series. So the first thing I would like to share with you is make a schedule for what you plan to do. Such as if you plan to make one video per week and that is your expectation, I would encourage you when you first start out, if you're making videos that are say 5 to 8 minutes long, don't overcommit. Don't do so much right at first that you burn out. The thing is that so many people start this, but they don't finish it. The greatest things in life are worth the journey that it takes to get there. It will be a struggle. It will be tough, but I promise you, don't overcommit at first because you have to learn. You have to learn each and everything to be successful on YouTube. But unless you're let's say you're hiring people to do your video editing, or you're hiring people to really just film you and then do everything else, completely different situation. But a lot of us starting out, just like myself, we're doing it all. We're doing the filming, we're doing the editing, we're doing the uploading, we're doing the promoting on social media. So all that becomes tedious, and the whole time still working a full-time job, still looking after 2 young children under 3 years old, still being a husband, still being who I'm called to be as a son, as a brother, as a nephew, and really help other people along the way. So one thing I would encourage you that I learned strictly early on is to make a schedule, such as when I first started my channel making 2 videos a week, I wanted to film on Wednesdays and Fridays. And in fact, I had my wife, when I'd say, look, I really want to film today. And if I want to start filming on Wednesdays and Fridays, so for a few hours during those days, she would take our children somewhere, just kind of go maybe run around town and maybe go get a milkshake or go get something to eat, whatever it may be. You kind of got into a routine. So that really brings me into my second point for this is when you make your schedule, make it align with what your family and or friends and or caring for other obligations are. Because if you really try to do too much in one day, you won't get it done. If you try to do a lot one day and nothing the next day and nothing the next day and then maybe pick it up for 20 minutes the next day, you're really going to find that it's hard to maintain that momentum. So one of the things that I learned is that for 1 hour every day before my family got up for the day, I would use that as my video editing time. I would use that as promoting my videos and my work on social media, on the Instagrams, on the Facebooks, because that's what worked for me. So I would encourage you, just as you're starting out, set blocks of time, film time, preparation time, editing time, uploading time, and promoting time. Those key elements there will help you stay organized, and what you will find is that you will get better moving forward. You will understand that filming really doesn't take a lot of time now because you're more comfortable in front of the camera. Editing's a little bit faster because you actually know what's going on. Or maybe uploading, maybe that's what it is. Maybe you've helped informed yourself templates for your description that you're uploading, and then you kind of modify it to kind of fit your video. You find what works, but use a schedule. I promise you it will help you become successful and will help you go further faster than you ever thought were possible. So the next aspect here is once you know your videos, I'm going to just take a step back and encourage you to do something. Find your why. Find why you want to keep doing this, because know that the struggle is real. And you've heard me say that many times, and I'm being as real with you as I possibly can, because this isn't easy. This is a full-time job in itself for me, even doing 1 to 2 videos per week, because I understand that I have just an internal level for success that's way up here. And I realize that I want it to be good. I want it to improve to reach this level, but I had to start way down here. And I realized that at just at 1% improvement, 1% improvement. It takes time, but you have to learn to invest yourself. And there's plenty of times to where I don't feel like filming. There's plenty of times that I don't feel like researching my topic. There's plenty of times where I don't feel like doing it. But I understand that my why is my children. My why is wanting to make a difference for them. My why is to give them a much better life than what I've had. And of course, every parent's going to say that, right? Or at least the majority will. And so you sit back and think, okay, well, what does that mean? Well, for me, it means to use this to supplement incomes coming in that can better position my children to where I can pay for their college, to where I can pay a substantial amount of down payment on their homes. Or maybe it means that when they graduate college, they're completely debt free. And I say, here, welcome to the real world, but this is one of the greatest gifts I can give you to hopefully give you a head start in life, so you really don't have to struggle and know that this is going to be tough and this is going to be tough. Because, hey, we've all been there, right? You know, when I grew up, we never done without, but we really didn't have much. You know, we had what we needed. And I think that my mom and dad and even people that helped us along the way made us appreciate the finer things in life, that sometimes it's just that you have air conditioning. Sometimes it's just that you have food on the table. Sometimes it's just being thankful that you still have your family around you when everything's kind of rough. You know, you've had a bad day. You know, it's all kind of things going wrong in your personal life or your professional life, but you're thankful you have your family. And so that's my why. That is my why. That is what pushes me through, because I will tell you, you have to have something that's going to take that motivation deep down inside you so you can use it. Because you must realize that you are going to have to dig deep sometimes. You are going to have to find why you do things with a passion to push forward. How many of you have ever just had to search down deep inside your heart for a reason, for a motivation, and you learn something about yourself? You learn that you can go that extra mile. You learn that you can stay on that fitness routine. You learn that you can get up in front of 200 people and speak. Or maybe you learn that you can face that conflict in a relationship with someone. Whatever you learned, you dug deep. Know that even when you begin your YouTube channel, you're going to have to dig deep sometimes. So don't let it fool you. Don't watch all the positive videos and somebody says, you can do this, you can make $1,000 with affiliate marketing in your first month, or you can make $10,000 within 90 days. Guess what? Those videos out there, they are a dime a dozen. And some of those videos are real. But I'm going to tell you this. If things really seem sometimes too good to be true, they usually are. So don't fall victim of the glory and the glamour and the excitement of a little bit of this. Know that it takes time, it takes energy, it takes effort. And I'm going to be as completely real with you. It takes sacrifice. It takes you being bold and taking a step out, and many times getting out of your comfort zone and knowing that you must be called out a lot of the times to be successful and reach dreams and achieve just your ideal scenario to be successful. Don't think that it's easy. Don't think that it's easy. Now you might be like, well, Wayne, that's depressing. That is just bull. then I'm doing this for fun. Okay, great. But if you want to sit down and make it a full-time job and want to make it your business, maybe it's a different story. Maybe it's you that you're thinking, I want to make $500 extra a month. I want to make just a little bit money to maybe pay that truck note or maybe help with that house payment every month. Okay, that's great. Know that it's still going to take sacrifice. It's still going to take lessons learned. It's still going to take energy and effort and time. So all I'm trying to do here is to just give you the realistic expectation so that you know the truth on what you're getting into. But I promise you this, it's worth it in the end. It is worth it. You learn more about yourself through your struggles than you do in your successes. So you found your why. You found your why. Your why is hit hard. So now, even right before you press play, I'm going to share with you now 7 tips before you even begin your first video to get yourself competitive, to get yourself in line. So here they are. Write these down. Get you a pen and paper. Replay this video. Write these down. In your niche, let's say your niche is making do-it-yourself YouTube videos. Okay. Type in your niche in the search bar for YouTube. Okay. Look at the top 10 videos. All right. And these top 10 videos, I want you to make you a list and I want you to compare each and every one of these videos. You ready? Here we go. Now this is going to take a little time, but this is going to put you on the pathway for success. The first thing I want you to look at is how long is each and every video. Okay. Are some 5 minutes, some 3 minutes, maybe some are 25 minutes. Whatever it is, I want you to take your top 10. The top 10 listed through the search algorithm and see how long they are. Okay, let's say they average 7 minutes. You wouldn't think that you would need to make a video that's 42 minutes, would you? No, not unless you need to. But you wouldn't think you need to make one for 15 seconds or 2 minutes, would you? No. There's something going on here that takes 7 minutes. Maybe it takes you 2 minutes to describe what actually you're doing. Maybe that's what it is. But take that, okay? It's just a data point. It's not written in stone, but it is a data point, and it's very important, okay? So number 2, I want you to look at the videos themselves, and I want you to see what each and every video has in common. Does it have an introduction video at the front of it? Is it just headshots? Does it have action shots in it? Such as, if it's a do-it-yourself video of fixing a chair, is there a shot of a chair breaking? Is there a shot in the video of them taking bolts and physically screwing it in a leg back into the seat? Is it action shots? Is it what we would call B-roll footage? And not just someone like me right here talking to you right now. See what's in common with these videos. Why? Because what you're doing is you're finding out what the audience likes. You're finding out what is truly a successful video in your niche. Okay? So we got headshots. We've got action shots. B-roll, right? That's B-roll. We've got introduction videos. Then I want you to talk about, does it have an exit video? Does it have where multiple videos pop up at the end that you can click also to watch other topics that are related to them? Wow. Now, what about, is there a specific card that shows up here kind of up at the top that says, if you like this video, check this out? Or, for instance, how to do tags in your videos. See it popping up? That's what I'm talking about. And what you'll notice is that you want people to stay engaged on your videos. You really want people to just hone in and know that what you're speaking about and what you're telling them is interesting, but you want to keep them with you. That digs deep into the strategies of long-term development, is that the longer you can get someone on your channel and keep them there, the greater chance you have for success. Okay, the next thing on these videos, is, do they have music? One of the things, I love Epidemic Sound. Now, Epidemic Sound, I use Epidemic Sound for my video music, and I just love it. I fell in love with them a few months ago, and I really believe in them. And it is a paid resource. I'll be honest with you, it is a paid resource, and for me, it's completely worth it. But on your videos themselves, what do you notice about the music? Do you notice that music goes all the way through the video, kind of at a low pitch, and then it might pick up and get a little bit louder, and might kind of get real soft? Do you notice any differences there? Or maybe do you notice just some music at the very beginning as well as the end? What do you see? And I guarantee you, when you look at these 10 videos, what you're doing is you're extracting the DNA of the videos. That's really what you're doing. And notice about the music itself. Okay, then in the video, is there a call to action? Such as, does the person that's in the video say, if you would like to know more, hit the link below? Or say, I produce these videos twice a week. If you'd like to become more familiar and know when I post things, send your email down below to the web address so you become on our mailing list. A call to action. Or maybe, does the person giving the video just call you to watch another video? Do they even call you to like or subscribe to the video? What is their call to action? Now, when you start making your YouTube videos, a call to action is very powerful. And I know I'm just kind of hitting the basics here, and I'm kind of just throwing you a little food. I'm throwing you an appetizer here, but I'm trying to really whet your appetite to let you know that all these aspects are important. You always want to call your audience to do something. You always want them to do something. I can't say it any differently. You want them to do something so that it helps create momentum. Okay, so the last tip here, okay, on the number 7 for extracting the DNA. Is there a clear ending to the video? Now you're like, well, what does that mean? Do they say, thank you for watching? Do they say, we really appreciate your time today. I've enjoyed my time with you. I hope that we get to spend some more time together in the future. Is there a strategy there? Exactly, there is, because they want to say goodbye. You know, think about it, when you're on a phone call with someone and you're talking to them, you don't just say, all right, well, I'll see you there. Click. No. You say, all right, well, I'll see you there. All right, it was nice talking to you. We'll catch up soon. Bye. There's always an ending. There's always an ending on a video. There's always an ending on a phone call. Don't think that there shouldn't be one on your video. I mean, it seems simple, right? But it must be a clear ending. So take these 7 aspects and just analyze the DNA in your niche. And then you will get a feel, but what you'll do is you'll start hearing different people, and you'll start recognizing the different aspects of a video. They're all important. Now, and I realize this is just before you press play, but what it is it's building a structure for you to make your videos. Well, I hope you have found some value in this video. Once again, this is video 2 in our series on tips for beginners. So be on the lookout for video 3 coming. I'm really excited to share with you some tips before you really press play here on getting into tips and strategies for making sure you're successful. There are a couple of things that you can do. Just for instance, let me give you a little appetizer here to whet your appetite. Before you start, what if you told yourself, energy, energy, energy? Or what if you told yourself, energy, energy, energy? See the difference? See, you come with the smile. See, you come with energy. You come with an aspect that is very positive. It's very uplifting. Which one would work for your video? That's just a simple tip that we'll discuss here in video 3 of this series. Once again, I've enjoyed my time with you today. Be on the lookout for video 3 down below in the description. And once again, this is Wayne from Think Management, and I'll see you soon. You have a great day.